Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties because...
Okay, you're unmuted. Cazz has been thrown.
All right, Cazz has just got thrown. I'm unmuted. Hey guys and gals, and yeah, this is a crap we're going through again tonight. But anyway, we'll take a bit of crap today, guys. Why? Is because Mum's home. So yay! So thank you to everybody for your prayers and your thoughts, and yeah, whatever. I think that the power of this social media, guys, also, and if anyone's in this same position, guys, all right, have realised that you are in a position and you can't do much about the situation you're in. Unfortunately, it seems that there's only one way to be able to do this, guys, and that's you know, the art of war. I mean, you got to make it personal. Okay, that's a very unfortunate thing that you have to do, right? But to get a result and to look after someone, you know, you've had to make it personal and go out. So I've done a live stream today telling you pitfalls that you need to look out within your family group as your parents get older. All right, so on Stop the Rot, Sack the Lot, you'll find that little live stream. It goes for about 19, 20 minutes, I don't know, 15 minutes. All right, but it just outlined a few of the things, guys, that I picked up already. I'll do a few more on them, but yeah, Mum's home, Cinevasava. I'll be seeing her in the morning with coffee, and yeah, unreal. Let's get her back into that normal routine, you know what I mean, of yeah, living some life, all right? So listen, guys, we've got a lot of new viewers coming in. We started going live on BitChute not too long ago, and I'd just like to say good day to everyone on BitChute because we've got a new lot of people starting to float in on BitChute and watch the show. So yeah, guys, welcome. Just the Australian news each night. That's all we do here, Blake. We just put out the truth and yeah, some stories going. So what is going? We've got a couple of things up here.
You hardly understand.
Okay. So the first one, Mel was mentioning this to me, and I already had it up here, but about bloody time, Armadale Wind Farm project shelved after landholders changed their minds. So, guys, I haven't looked into that, but that's Arc Energy shelves the Armadale Wind Farm project after landholders changed their minds. So that's good. All right, 50 fine turbine, it was nothing. Throw that one down. You know what I mean? It's only 50 of them. So, yeah, they'll be happy to sacrifice that. Don't worry, there'll be thousands coming, or that is their game plan. But that's good. That's a win, guys. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? It's a win. How have I done that? Here we go. All right, so, yeah, virus cases hit a 7-year high in one state. So we're talking about Victoria. Queensland, sorry, again, the old banana vendors. You got to watch Ben and their bananas because, like you're sitting, stuffed conditions. It's like every banana got to be Ben, guys. That's what they do up there. More than 4,000 Queenslanders have required hospitalisation this flu season, with a further 42,626 cases recorded across the state.
Come in, Caz. Your Wi-Fi is up the crap. No one can hear you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're glitching. You're terrible. You're fading in and out. So, yeah, look, we got a heap of news today, but I've been sitting on the burner for this for a couple of days, so I'll do it while Dave gets his audio sorted out. He might need to swap over his Wi-Fi. I've often wondered why it is that they've been talking about returning to the gold standard, and I've actually found out the reason why. So when you're on the gold standard, what happens is gold serves as a natural equilibrium between countries. So countries settle debts in gold. When they're trading, so what happens is the importer and the exporter, they have something called a bill of exchange. So the bill of exchange sits up here. The importer goes and buys the bill of exchange notes that it wants to purchase something. And then what happens is that's transacted. But what actually happens is it's transacted within the country. So, and it serves as a natural equilibrium. So they need more bills of exchange in order to purchase something, in order to import it, which makes it cheaper for the exporter. So then the exporter gets ahead. So it acts as a natural equilibrium. So all of the trades are balanced out. So when Trump is looking at the ISO 2022 gold standard, you can actually see why and how all of the countries are meant to be on the gold standard and also have their assets, and every country is meant to go dollar for dollar. It will stop all of the theft of countries, all of the imports, all of the slave labor, absolutely everything. So, because what happens is, if more domestic currency is needed to buy bills of exchange to import, it lowers the value of that currency, and then it's cheaper to export. And so this is what gold is for, and it's called par. And I never knew what that was about before, but I do now. So. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So, Dave, do you want to speak for a minute to see if you're actually glitching again?
Yeah,
Slow speech.
am I in the way? Yeah, I might just slow down a little bit.
Do it.
Facebook, put your subtitles on.
Yeah, put your subtitles on Facebook, and you might be able to pick me up that way, guys.
Apparently, it makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. You're really bad. Do you have Wi-Fi that you can change to? Because you might actually need to.
No, we're actually hotspotting off phones, mate. We're getting smashed.
Try and go off my phone.
Yeah, okay, no worries. All right, well, look, I'm just going to adjust a few things, and I'm just going to go ahead. Now, we had an important interview with Jim Willie over the weekend, and it was very good. Now, he's actually identified from his 9th of August interview that there were 2 factors involved around the yen, and it's actually coming. He said it's all unraveling. But the reason why it's unraveling with regards to the yen is because in 2005, the Obama administration told Japan to buy the treasury bonds to the tune of 1.5 trillion. Now, Japan did not want to buy the treasury bonds, but somehow they blackmailed them into doing it. So those bonds, treasury bonds, went into the Japanese pension fund, and those treasury bonds are now down 40%. So then the second part of this is what happened is the yen carry trade. So what happened in the 80s is the yen was really strong. And so what they did was the USA said, we'll go to 0% interest to keep the yen low. And so Japan did that. Well, Wall Street looked at it and borrowed at 0% interest and invested in the treasury bonds, yielding 6% interest. So for every $1 trillion that they invested, they earned $60 billion, and it was off the books. So now what has actually happened is every year they've just taken more and more and more to the tune of he said $20 trillion off the books. Okay, so they're earning a massive amount of money that was off the books, which goes into, extra yachts. Well, he speculated extra yachts, bonuses at the end of the year for these Wall Street people, right? So now what happened on top of that is the yen took a 25% decline, and so it reduced their payback by 5 trillion. from the 20 trillion. Okay, so but then what's happened in the meantime is now the treasuries are down 40%. So that's 8 trillion. So 8 trillion minus 5 trillion is 3 trillion. So that's $3 trillion that Wall Street is down. And he said that what this is going to do is this is going to lead to Wall Street selling treasuries as $8 trillion worth of treasuries that are not connected to this. These are just the ones that are coming into maturity, are maturing. And so he actually said, look, this is going to break the US government and Wall Street. So I just thought that was really interesting for people to know. And I hope I've explained it and broken it down, because I learn things by breaking it down simply. So I'm hoping that I've broken it down so that people can get it. Dave, can you speak so we can see if you're good?
Yeah. And Japan was also forced by America to actually, buy trading bonds. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to. Yeah, they didn't want to. They were forced into it, right? They overdone it or look out. We just get Harp and Darper out and we just give you a touch-up. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. Guys, it's crazy what's going on. I'm telling you, I've been telling you for a while, it is going to get crazier, all right? The stuff we're learning now about what they've got and what they would like to do, okay, is not nice, but guess what? God wins. We got their number. Let's go and get our trophy.
Yeah. Okay. So look. All right. Let's start it off with the big news, and we've just got some incredible talent in Australia. And, let's start it off with this. Oh my goodness! Every kid in Australia training for the next Olympics, guys.
What an embarrassment this was.
She's doing a good job. This girl's doing a really good job, actually.
Like, this is all over TikTok at the moment. There's just people. I've seen one guy doing one in a shopping center. Just like, very, very. Everyone's taken to it, and it is a national disaster, mate. It's like, this is all just set up. You know what I mean? Yeah, her husband was. And they were all in it together. I don't know if we've got the clip in or not.
We've got that. I'll bring it in now.
Okay.
Mystery deepens. Looks like there's some corruption going on in breakdancing Australia. Who would have known? So there's this change.org petition going around to hold Rachel Gunn and Anna Mears accountable for what went on with the breakdancing. Okay, so there was no governing body for breakdancing in Australia, obviously, because it's such a niche sport. So Rachel Gunn decided to create her own governing body so that she could get the wheels in motion to get breakdancing into the Olympics. Only it seems like she didn't do it very ethically, because she appointed herself as the head of this governing body. Her husband seemed to be the judge and also the coach for the qualifiers. And the worst part of this whole thing is it looks like she has blocked genuinely good kids who are breakdancers at being able to go to Sydney for the qualifiers. This is very Machiavellian of her. It looks like she has created this ecosystem where only her and a few of her friends and her husband could exist in, so that they were pretty much guaranteed a spot in the Olympics, and actual good breakdancers from underprivileged communities like the Northern Territory didn't even get a look in for the qualifiers. If true, this is terrible. This is total corruption. And I mean, it kind of makes sense, because there's no other reason why she should have gotten through to the Olympic Games compared to these other kids who are genuinely good at breakdancing. When you look at their videos, they're actually really good. And we all know that she's not. So how did she...
Yeah, she's had her airtime, but like in that...
More.
Yeah, look, there's more. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But in that...
The remake of the Karate Kid.
Yeah, you know who I'm calling out? Anna Mears, mate. She knew. She's complicit. Look at the act she put on at the, when she spoke. Oh, they've done so well, and got out and defended this chick. This is all a setup, man. Like I said, the outro, I did it my way. Yeah, well, guess what? Anyone wants to do it their way, they ain't going to be real successful. I can tell you, in my opinion only, do it God's way, you'll cross that finish line. How? Floating like angels. No worries, guys, but I'm telling you, these guys have got everything against, all planned. Yep, this is ridiculous, but Anna Mears is the one that should be called out. Seriously, You know, how could she be complicit to that? Yeah, will people wake up, Shree? That's I don't know. I'm hoping so.
We've got a lovely announcement about the gold token digital ID.
To pull out their licence at the pub anymore under a gold standard digital ID being developed. Government Services Minister Bill Shorten is today unveiling the new initiative. It means when you enter a club or hotel, a digital token will be sent to that business to verify you are who you say you are without transferring them your data. It also cracks down on scammers by limiting data shared with businesses.
You need to be told who you are.
Yeah, now, so what actually happened was Sky News put out, Australians are overwhelmingly supportive of tighter restrictions on total social media platforms. And if you scroll down, there wasn't one supportive comment. Not one.
We're seeing that all the time. You know, there was no agreeing comment on my live stream that I done that had 20,000 views, on the hospital and the old people. Not one bad comment, except one from up at Cairns or Townsville. But anyway, that didn't matter. That was one person, and yeah. But and we know why he put his comment there. But yeah, as for the rest, guys, every single person, 20-something thousand views in 24 hours or something, and every person that commented was right behind me. Right behind me. So yeah, we we gotta fix things.
We've got this interesting story here carried by the Daily Mail. So sovereign citizens storm multiple council offices in Australia, declaring them demilitarised zones and demanding they cease and desist. So now, have a look there. He looks familiar.
Rocco.
So yeah, interesting. That's through the Namdakadala, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, Namdakadala, a group known as Namdakadala.
Yeah, they're having a go, and it's good. This is what we got to do, guys. Hit them from all angles. Everyone's got to be doing their bit out there. Okay, and that's how we bring them, to their knees. That's what we got to do.
Well, we do have to do that because, we have to do everything we can at the moment because they are. They've got this digital ID. Now, I just want to bring in this so that just to remind us, I know we all know this, but this is just a reminder for newbies. So this is straight out of Davos. This is the digital ID. And I don't know if you can read it there, but it connects to healthcare, financial services, food and sustainability, travel and mobility, e-commerce, everything, social media, social platforms. And of course, smart cities. So everything we've been talking about, it's all there. It's all spelled out, but we're the conspiracy theorists. So, and the only people who call us conspiracy theorists are these people with double-digit IQs who are basically dumbasses and have never read a document in their life. So anyway, straight out of Davos, that's it. That's why Shorten and the government are moving on it.
Yeah, back to drinking in the parks again. I like it, Ricky. Yeah, it was good when we were young. Oh, yeah. Look, they're going to try and wrap it in. I said to you, they're going to come all the little things, they're going to rack it in where the people want to go, and as I say, once they get their 50% or 60%, they don't care. All right, they don't really care about us. Okay, 50, 60% there, as far as they're concerned, that's it. Yeah, the rest of us are going to get isolated because they're going to start switching off our shit. So...
Well, that's it. But anyway, look here, they're coming at us from all angles. And of course, now we've got this new thing to be concerned about.
The man is believed to be the first patient diagnosed with monkeypox, COVID-19, and HIV all at the same time. Previously, it was not believed that monkeypox and COVID infections could happen simultaneously. But the man tested positive for COVID last month after returning from a trip to Spain. Well, he then went to a hospital seeking treatment for a rash, which turned out to be monkeypox. He was treated for both of those viruses and sent home to isolate. He was also placed on a combination antiretroviral therapy that he will need to take for life because of the HIV.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more.
Think they can sell that one, Cazz, or what?
Oh, it gets ridiculous, doesn't it? It's like, seriously, like they're actually.
That was a trifecta, wasn't it? That was 3 in 1 or 2 in 1?
He got the 3 in 1. The world's unluckiest man. 3 in 1. Okay, look, the police are actually just continuing to crack down on people. this lady was in Newcastle. She had a sign, "Fight the government, not each other," and apparently she was arrested, according to social media reports. So, you know, but this is what we're seeing all over the place, like with regards to a whole heap of other people that, especially like here overseas, everywhere. You know, they'll bring in actually that video clip, but there's one that's he's offended. He's he's offended for being in his face. Where is it? Sorry guys, I lost my
Yeah, right. Judy B's got a comment here. I like it. Gee, I wonder how those 3 viruses got delivered into his system. Maybe we could have a space on that. You know, Judy, it'd probably take us about all of 2 seconds to actually work out what the problem was, isn't it? Oh, mate. Look, you know, they're still lining up for these juices, guys. Some people out there are still lining up. There are such ignorant people out there, man. And people I see already going through treatment, you know what I mean? And they're still like, you know, these doctors just want to jam them with another one while they're there. How convenient. I get a bit extra money.
Well, that's it. And you've got this report as well. So Japan has actually discovered nanobots within it.
It's issued an apology to its citizens for the disastrous consequences of the COVID-19 mRNA vaccines, and has launched a far-reaching scientific inquiry and criminal investigation to establish the truth and punish the perpetrators. The globalist elite and Big Pharma are panicking, terrified of what the Japanese are finding, and they are doing everything they can to discredit these investigations, including ordering the mainstream media to initiate a total media blackout of any news coming out of Japan. But we are not going to allow the elite to succeed in gaslighting the public any longer. Japan are uncovering crimes against humanity, and the whole wide world needs to hear this information. Before we dive in, join the People's Voice Locals community if you haven't already, and sign up to become a member of the world's first ever site. Millions of human bodies around the world since the mRNA rollout. When these processes are replicated, the results are the same, as this deeply disturbing footage from Died Suddenly reveals.
Is there a trigger warning on this? Any Aboriginals? You might have a dead person here, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is the artery. And the clot.
Now he goes on to talk about the nanobots that they've discovered in the bloods of the people, but you know, you've still got the whole situation where the exec CEO of the Alphabet Agency's YouTube, actually, she just basically died suddenly the other day. And then you've got, now this is just a little bit of a flashback. So this is, just, sorry guys, I'm flying blind because I wiped my studio.
Vaccinated, to wear masks, to do social distancing, washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about.
Now, that's him 3 years ago, right? And this is him today, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who called the unvax schmucks, has a pacemaker installed after 3 open heart surgeries.
So is he still calling us schmucks or not?
Probably. They just can't seem to actually join the dots. You've also got this situation where this top pro-vax journalist dies of aggressive brain cancer. So, we're seeing more of this every day. Now, Susan Wozniak, who was the CEO of YouTube, okay. Now she actually said that she took great pride in censoring the vaccine misinformation that was going on. So she didn't, from us. So she took great pride in it. And so she these people are just basically, and I kind of wonder if Cliff High's web bots aren't correct, because he said, look, you just got to give it 10 years. He said, we win because the opposition dies because of these vaccines. So it's really interesting that he's coming from that perspective. So
yeah,
got to wonder.
Hey, look, God bless him, man. This is horrible. You know, when people get the gravity of actually the situation we're in now, these are ticking time bombs. All right. And anyone out there who's new to the program and just starting to watch, guys, all right, get to our website. All right. Get the people, get the Telegram, get the resources pages, right? And get yourself and your family, as right as you can, because there's harder times coming than this, guys. Just haven't seen, you made it easy for them, by submitting, and even us people who didn't submit, we're all under the pump, all right, from health things. All right, it's as simple as that, guys. They have technologies you have no idea about. Hey, Cazz.
No, that's right. Look, they, well, I might as well just bring it in, okay? This is the DNA. Now, anytime you think of anything and you can imagine the worst possible thing that they would do, I can guarantee this is what they're up to. Okay, so now we've talked about this a little bit, but you can take, this is actually someone who's actually delivering something, a speech, I think it was, from memory. You can take someone's DNA and design a weapon that can kill them. The House Intelligence Committee warns people not to share health data with sites like 23andMe because it can be used to program new bioweapons and target them. So they're able to specifically design a bioweapon just to actually go and kill a political enemy.
Yep. And this is not fear porn, guys. This is just putting out, and that's only just touching the surface of what they've actually got. But, what are we scared about it? No. All right. Because eventually, we're going to slow these guys down, and hopefully that's pretty soon. But, yeah, it's, the military industrial complex has, really gone right off its head, guys. Really gone. What's this about? Centrelink?
Oh, no. People are talking about digital ID.
Yeah, we don't need it, guys. I tell you, it's going to, not going to do us any good. I can tell you, they'll get, as I said, they only need 50 or 60% of the population. Well, you can put every migrant into that category because when they come in here and they've looked after them, they would have given them a digital ID straight away, guys. That's how they're paying them and looking after them. And, we know how it all works.
All right. Now, on that, you've actually got the Old Stasi School System Masters Psy-War. Now, this is by Robert Malone. What's interesting about it is he goes down here, Psy-War Enforcing the New World Order. So it's a new book that he's pushing out with Malone and Malone. He says the overall objective of this work is to inform the general public of the Psy-War methods and technologies that are being routinely deployed on them so that the individual citizens are more able to resist the effects of those forms of psychological manipulation and better able to make independent, informed political choices consistent with fundamental democratic and social contract principles. What's great about that is he's a doctor with a big following, and even he's talking about the psychological warfare operations that are going on and publishing a book with regards to it. So it's getting out, it's seeping out.
Yeah, and the psychological wars in all aspects, guys. It's insane. Especially what I'm finding, if you're not watching and you're not in the psychological war, you know what I mean? You're not, keeping up with things, guys. It's crazy. It is really crazy. We've never been here before. Okay, so we'll just get through it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is totally new to all of us, guys. We have never, ever been in this place in which the world is at this present time. All right, it is off its chops, and we just need to endure and overcome.
That's right. Well, look, we're almost at 1:30, so let's bring in the flyers from Beck.
If you are near one of these locations, we encourage you to get down there and show your support. First up, we've got Mondays at Maggie's in Sydney at the Governor's House, every Monday from 11 a.m, Macquarie Street, Sydney, New South Wales. We've also got a call out for support in Wodonga, police accountability at Wodonga Courthouse for Eric and Serena, 14th of August. Serena was knocked down and run over on the property by Vic Pole, resulting in a broken pelvis. Please get down there and show your support. On Sunday, the 18th of August, at the Boulevard opposite Faulkner Street in Victoria, Forest of the Fallen, set up from 10:30 a.m. On August 19th, we have Pastor Paul Robert Burton in court at Newcastle District Court. Also, August 26th, Brisbane District Court, Patrick O'Day. An 8:32 South Australian muster, 13th to the 15th of September, where Stony Creek Bush Camp Caravan Park. It looks like they've got an absolutely fun-filled couple of days, so get involved if you can. Live music and Truther fundraiser with special guest performance by Pastor Paul. Sunday, September 22nd at 1 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the Davistown Progress Hall, 5 Macaulay Street, Davison, opposite Ferry Wharf. Tickets are $20. Last but not least, a few of you might be familiar with Ivan Beecroft. He's been a huge prominent part of the movement in terms of musicians. He's got a band launch for his new band. So To purchase tickets, just search Gaslight on Facebook, and you should be able to find the link to purchase tickets. So it's Friday, 4th of October at 8 p.m. Please go and show them some support if you can. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Beck,
Thanks, Beck.
for those announcements. All right, so we've seen a lot of things coming out of the UK with regards to what's going on there, and the whole belligerent police. But here's one where there's a thought police.
Protester?
No.
Are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
As I've mentioned to one of your colleagues before, I think that's a little bit of a leading question. No, I'm not, actually, today.
Can your actions be carried out elsewhere?
I'm not doing any actions. I'm just simply thinking silently in my head.
Okay. And why have you chosen this location to stand?
This is an abortion centre. I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Well, I said before, are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
Yes.
Yes.
I said no.
Said no.
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Hurt by abortion?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So are you aware there's a public slave protection order in place here?
Yes, I don't know if you know, but I have actually been arrested twice. I've gone to court and been acquitted for allegedly my silent prayers. I've actually received an email from the police telling me I'm allowed to be in this area. I don't know if you're familiar with that situation at all. So, yes, that's right. That's why I was arrested previously. So yes, I'm very much aware there's a PSPO in place.
Okay. And are you aware that you are breaching the public order protection in place?
I'm not breaching it, no.
Will you move from here to outside the exclusion zone?
I don't see any reason why I would need to do that for the reasons I've just explained to you.
So if not, why are you not willing?
She's not even doing anything there.
Anything.
Okay, but
That's the thought police, Caz. That is the thought police. They know that she's silently praying.
That's exactly right. It's just outrageous, And you've got this guy here. He was basically sentenced to 38 months in prison for a Facebook or a social media post, and then along with that, you've got this situation where it's you've got these guys. Oh, they're actually Australians. I've got that to play. So a Danish guy was confronted by a bunch of Pakistani immigrants who were running their mouths off about how they were going to take over the place and replace locals. This isn't Denmark anymore. We are taking over the country. And then you've got this one here. This is a Somalian asylum seeker who just arrived in Ireland, and he says a lawyer is helping him to bring his wife and 7 children into the country. And then you've got this situation. Oh, actually, it's the same guy, but so the guy on the left killed a 14-year-old British boy with a machete, and he was sent to prison in March, and he's going to be released in 6 months. The guy commented on the Facebook riots, and he will be in prison for 20 months. So it's just ongoing, and it's just a terrible situation. But the thing is it is population replacement, and you can see that because they actually just don't even hide it. And we actually have the document here. So here, okay. So Population Division, Department of Economic and Social Affairs, United Nations Secretariat. And it's replacement migration. Okay. So it's basically, there is absolutely no denying it. So, for the people who say that, it's just a load of rubbish and it's racist and all that sort of stuff, actually, no, it is not. And even Marine Le Pen, she has acknowledged it. And they understand that to have a socially cohesive society, you need to have migration that comes in and assimilates and over time they all become one. That's not what they're doing. This is a mass group of people that are coming in, and it's going to create it's meant to create havoc. They're meant to cause trouble. Okay, they're meant to be protected species. Okay, so that it will basically make the will of the people to fight against what is coming less. It'll actually disintegrate and demoralize them. Okay, now
that's why we got to move together. Soon, guys. We got to. But anyway, it'll work. It'll be organic and it'll work. Yep.
That's right. Well, Marine Le Pen has said immigration is an organised replacement of our population. This threatens our very survival. We don't have the means to integrate those who are already here. The result is endless cultural conflict. And she's right. And even even many Muslims who have come here and prefer Western society have actually spoken out like this guy.
The world is scared of us. The world is laughing at us. The world is worried about us. And there are legitimate reasons for their worry that we cannot just deny. It is time to flush the word Islamophobia down the toilet and start looking in the mirror and ask ourselves, how did we get here? How come the biggest and most dangerous thriving terrorist organization in the world are Muslim? How come terrorists successfully use Islam to mobilize more terrorists? What is the problem with our leaders, our books, our imams, and our religion? Why do we keep repeating these Stone Age traditions that have failed us and continue to fail us? The world has left us behind. The kuffar that our imams and books tell us to hate have traveled to the future, while we're still stuck in the Middle Ages, reading stories about Muhammad and his flying horse. You're watching this on your phone or your computer or tablet, created by these kuffars. The same kuffar that we hate so much have created most of the medicines that we use today.
Look, I'll just basically leave it there. It'll be available on the website. But
and he's dead right in what I heard there. I haven't really watched that clip, but yeah, he's dead right. This is, all by design. They've designed everything, guys, and this is what we've got to understand. Yeah, they've got people inside the Muslims, and the Muslims we've always been taught that they're supposed to kill the Christians, and this, that, and the other. But guys, all we got to do is all just lay it down, join up. We win tomorrow. So yeah, this is a real predicament we're in. We've been brainwashed. We are awake to what's going on and all this stuff. Yeah, he's correct, Craig. To what he said. I haven't seen the rest of it, but yeah, he seemed like he's on the right path. But yeah, this is what's been manipulated on us, guys. And I know plenty of Muslim. I'm in concrete. I was in concrete and building and that, guys. I know everybody, man, all types. And they all treated us respectfully. We all treated each other respectfully. It's the infiltration, right, and the pitted us against them. And that's all it is. It's a brainwashing.
That's it. Look, here's the thing too, is that they're also trying to they're having difficulty kicking off this Third World War, but Russia has actually come out and said that there's many French and Poles are in the Kursk invasion. They're blaming NATO. They're saying that NATO is leading the Ukrainian armed forces operation in the Kursk area. Now, overnight, there are also photographs and video of people that the Russians had caught with American flags, so American mercenaries in there, which we actually had heard before. So they're really desperately trying to kick off this war, this Third World War. But also, you've got the situation where our government's just basically, I don't know, they got no idea. Like, look at this. You've got, so Anthony Albanese is refusing the will of the Australian people. He's doubled down on he's reaffirmed his commitment to the treaty and truth, ignoring the result of the voice referendum.
Yeah, and I've got one here, Caz. I just pulled it onto my screen. PM calls for Australians, listen to this, guys, to come together to advance the interest of the Indigenous Australians. Now, I got nothing against my Koori brothers. What about all Australians, you freaking muppet? The segregation, it's just like, it's just bullshit, man. These people have got to be stopped.
They don't want us dividing and uniting. Sorry, they want to keep us divided so that we can't unite and look at them. And you can see why, because you've got the police commissioner here, and she's been caught lying. She admits to purchasing 100 bottles of gin. Like, what kind of a party has gin? It's a depressant.
No, gin's what you drink when you're a closet alcoholic and you drink it on the job, mate. Gin or vodka are the two they drink when they're closet alcos.
Well, yeah, but anyway, I thought it would have been for a police party or something. But anyway, yeah. So
they'd get out of here. They'd be buying top grade champagne and whatever. They'd have a big cocktail thing set up. That's just her, I reckon. Anyway, my opinion only. Don't come and get me, but my opinion only. Yeah, that's a closet connection.
That's it. Now, you've also got this story where Bill Shorten has been spending big. He splashed $40,000 on a planning day for bureaucrats, and more than $20,000 of that was spent on hiring a 5-star venue. So,
Well, you got to be fed
$40,000.
well. You can't work on an empty stomach, Kaz. You got to have a venue with a good menu. A venue with a good menu. There you go. All these other people, that want to go up the coast and eat their $100, $200, $300, Wagyu steaks or whatever it is. While, Mel's just telling me she's been traveling around a little bit, and she's just telling me where I got to get down and get some video. But the amount of people that are homeless, guys. All right. And we heard last night off Scotty, and what a great show last night, guys. Yeah, that was great. That was, sorry there was no news, but what a discussion that was. And that gave us a look into what's on the inside. Am I going to vote Liberal? Nah. Am I going to vote One Nation? Nah. Am I going to vote Labor? Nah. Okay. Am I going to vote for anyone? I don't see anyone to vote for. Okay. I see us people, right, doing our thing. That's what I see.
Noosa River.
Noosa River's another one. I think I mentioned it the other night, guys, but I'll re-mention it. All right, so any freedom fighters up in Noosa, we got people up there that are, getting kicked off their houseboats, a family, and put on the street, and they're seizing their boats. It's just not on.
They're just too out of control, all right, so Dave, did you want to wrap up? Because we're being taken out tonight by a song about the Olympics. It's called What's in Your Jeans.
What's in your jeans? John Travolta used to have something in his jeans. It was a sock, I think. Anyway, that was in the old days when the flares were in. Guys, yeah, look, just, I don't know. All I'm seeing is just more tyranny and more tyranny every day, you know what I mean? But I'm still seeing some people with some pretty poor attitudes out there. I think a lot of people are waking up, but I think a lot of people are that embarrassed about what's actually gone on now that we're getting a bit of information out there to people that, I had a conversation with someone today. I happened to mention to somebody that I listened to President Trump and Elon Musk, he's not the president. I just got thrown at me, I went, oh, okay, yeah, well, what Biden is, you're telling me, So these people still believe, what I mean? And if only they'd accept the message off, you just have a look at the motorcade that Trump drives around in. Have you seen it? It is absolutely insane, mate. There's 2 or 3 Ambos in there. There's like a mile-long motorcade, you know what I mean? And Biden just cruises around this old beat-up freaking...
He took an Uber to the airport and had to get his own luggage out.
Yeah.
What's with that?
Yeah. No, that's the president.
An Uber to the airport.
Yeah, he's the president. Anyway, you know what the wrap-up is, guys. Let's do what we got to do. All right, simple. All right, let's just keep going. All right, and keep pushing, keep putting pressure on them because, they're get down there and help Judy and that down in Melbourne. I put that up before. All right, they're getting harassed down there by the trannies. All right, so they need a little bit of help, people to stand up. Men, where are you in Melbourne? Get on contact Judy B, right, and get down there and help them, guys. Stand up. They're looking after your kids. All right, and a bundle of women shouldn't be doing it. All right, they should have a few people there backing them up. So, all right, thanks to Frank and that for Monday. I spoke to Craig. There's a few people up at the Governors in Sydney. We got to keep it up, guys, right? Still not enough. Poor effort. I don't know what happened in Wollongong Council last night, but I would say poor effort. I haven't heard much. Guys, we got to move. It's up to you. You want your life back, you got to go and get it. All right? You can't just sit here. Okay, guys, good night.
Good night. And What's in Your Jeans? This is by the Emily James Trio.
You're gonna make it as a mama man, so he jumped in and became trans. He set the records in the pool. He didn't care that he broke the rules. On the podium in first place, with the most big as outer space, beating all the girls in their own game. Women's sports will never be the same. 1, 2, 3, sing along with me if you don't mind a little controversy. 4, 5, 6 for men are now chicks. It doesn't matter if they've all got a hey. 7, 8, 9, come and stand in line. Use any more room, ignore the sign. 10, 11, 12, 13. It's doesn't matter what's in your jeans. He can't afford the surgery, so identifies as non-binary. He's pronouns at them, they. God help if you make a mistake. He reads books in his spare time, supports queers for Palestine. Keeps the tap on just for the sake. Where he puts it is an unknown case. 1, 2, 3, sing along with me if you don't mind a little controversy. 4, 5, 6, the men are now chicks. It doesn't matter if they've all got a hate. 7, 8, 9, come and stand in line. Use any bathroom, ignore the sign. 10, 11, 12, 13, it doesn't matter what's in your jeans. No one cares you were trans, what you do in private. I'm scared you involve my kids. Now that's a sin. I'm not taking any more of my patience is thin. 1, 2, 3, sing along with me if you don't mind a little controversy. 4, 5, 6, the men are now chicks. It doesn't matter if they've all got a hate. 7, 8, 9, come stand in line. Use any bathroom, ignore the sign. 10, 11, 12, 13, it doesn't matter what's in your jeans.
How you feeling right now? I'm feeling excellent. That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah! And I want to tell everyone else, I'm coming in this tournament. Every woman in this tournament better look out.